देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति Shanti. Let us now pray together. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all, thou art all. Thou assumest all forms. Thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Clicker, clicker.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Let us close our eyes and feel the deepest core of our being. Let us feel it as a steadily burning candle flame. And let us concentrate on that. Let us feel that the light from this is filling our whole being. I see myself as pure light. And so also the whole universe as the same one pure light. I experience a little bit of universal oneness. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear friends, like every year, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, we speak a little bit about it. The idea of giving thanks, being grateful, it is in the core of this whole creation. As we meditated, there is this oneness, that the variety that we see gets merged in its true nature, which is one without second. This, what we see with our sense organs, is actually a variety, but there is the connectedness in that. Nothing is separate. One can say that it is a dynamic variety. Means, although each of us may think that this is what I am, that is only partially true, because every moment this body is changing. The particles from the other things, they are entering here, and the particles here are entering everybody. As I am speaking, for example, some particles are going out and entering the people sitting there, or even in the chairs and other furniture around. And those particles also are coming. When we take food, we see that the food particles are getting into the body, and thus this boundary keeps on changing. In fact, it is impossible to specify it. Try, friends. It is not possible to specify where the I ends and the world begins, because such a boundary does not exist. It is a dynamic boundary, keeps on moving and eludes any specification. So, therefore, when what we see as this oneness manifest in the perception of this variety as interdependence, we support everything and everything supports us. And that gives rise to this idea of being grateful in human beings. Being grateful, psychologically unburdens us. When I receive something from somebody, it is automatic that I feel that, oh, I got something. And then I feel the burden of it. That, oh, I got something from this person, so I must repay. And acknowledging that yes, I received this from you, I am grateful to you for that. This is a process of psychological unburdening, that we become thereby peaceful, loving, and happy by just this feeling of gratefulness that somebody does a little, some favor. Like we reach at the stop sign driving almost at the same time, and then somebody waves that, oh, you go ahead, gives the sign, you go ahead. And we acknowledge that, thank you. It is. Now what happens there? Not that I have to acknowledge by law. It is not a legal procedure there, that if you don't acknowledge this, you will be prosecuted. It is not like that. But what happens if you acknowledge then you feel that you have done the right thing. And when we uh, uh, feel that I have done the right thing, then we feel unburdened. Otherwise, that feeling of guilt, oh, this person did it and I even did not acknowledge it, it starts hurting. It is a feeling of guilt that, oh, I should have done it. I should have at least acknowledged. So, this is an important thing to keep our life peaceful, the feeling of gratefulness. And therefore, you find this uh, in all different religions. Every religion has an emphasis on that showing the indebtedness. And this indebtedness is mainly, to get that it all comes from God. So be grateful to God. That all others are the agents, as it were, for God. So suppose, for example, you receive a check in mail. Somebody has gifted you, say, $1,000. Now, Vedanta Society being, it runs on donations. So people give donations. And many times these checks come through mail. And then our friend Tilak, he sends the acknowledgement. He does not give the acknowledgement or send the acknowledgement to mailman. Mr. Mailman, we are very grateful to you for this donation. And the mailman did not make the donation. It was delivered by the mailman, and therefore mailman received, it deserves thank you. So when we see mailman, we say thank you. But then actually the check or the gift has been uh, from received from the donor. So all these gifts that we receive from various human beings or other beings, as we shall see, it is not only human beings that we receive gifts from. We receive from all different sources, known and unknown. But they are received actually from the authority. Because if we closely observe, the human beings and individual is not really free to operate. And somebody prompts that. There is a lot of discussion about free will. And then there is difference of opinion, but one thing is quite unanimously accepted, that the free will is not really free will. Even in biosciences, one neurologist expressed it to me, that it seems that we are hardwired. Our brain is hardwired in such a way that we feel that we are free. We are made to feel. See, is it free? We are made to feel that we are free. It is a compulsion on us that we have to feel that we are free. So, we are really not free to do whatever we really want. There are a lot of constraints. Even what I want, does it really by my own freedom that I want? It is dictated by various things that I want something. So therefore, when we get some benefits, some help, then it comes from that source which makes all these beings work in a particular way. It is not that those beings are themselves giving, they are like mailmen. Therefore, it is said that for our own peace, if somebody does you a bad turn, you feel that this fellow has harassed me. So, in the Hindu practices, it is told that it is your karma. It is you deserved it. And that person who served as a mailman. That fellow brought it. Otherwise, also somebody would have brought it to you because you deserved it. So, you got it. And thus, what happens? You do not keep on cursing, blaming other people. Why it is important? Because it keeps on, it removes the peace of our mind. When we hold this inimical feeling against anybody, the one who holds such feelings is the first casualty. The peace of that person is gone. Always thinking that, oh, that fellow is bad, I must teach that fellow a lesson. And this goes on. So, therefore, to keep, after all, it is our responsibility, primarily at least, to be peaceful. We should work so that we remain peaceful. So, this is an important thing, that to know that whatever bad somebody might have done to me is actually my karma. That person became only a messenger. So let us not think much about it. Secondly, another thing to forget is this, that whatever good you might have done to somebody, that also disturbs us a lot. So it is important to know that after all, that person was going to get it. I was just a mailman. I did not, therefore, one need not be thinking that, oh, that man, that person, I helped that fellow so much. It becomes a big torment. Because as we feel that, oh, I did so much for that person, and then now that fellow is not even thinking of it, is not, when I need, that fellow is not there. So it is, and this I have seen so many people, especially as a person becomes older, keeps on harping on these ideas that in my life I helped so many people. And so now those people, they should have returned my help, at least acknowledged, at least must have felt that sense of indebtedness. Actually, why should you think like that? It only disturbs you. It is so, it is just whatever you did, you should do, and forget about it. Forget that you have done anything good to others. I have seen many people who think like that and therefore are peaceful. Oh, you did such a good turn to that person, helped that person so much. Well, because I was there, that anybody would have done that. I was in that position, that's all. So, and this is how we see also the presence of God in our life. If we look at our so many things that happened in our life and see that so many unknown people from somewhere have come to render some help to me, without which I would have been lost. I wouldn't have been able to be here. Something that I was at a place, that fellow also was at that place. This was not pre-planned or decided by us, but it so happened, that's all. And so, one need not take credit or the feeling that I deserve to be thanked by that person. No, they all thanks, as the Christian idea is, and similarly you see that in other religions also, that all thanks go to God. God has that brought all these good things to people, and so the God is the prime being to be thanked for everything. There is a very beautiful hymn in Vedas called Hiranyagarbha Suktam. In Hiranyagarbha Suktam, the dominant idea is that we get all these benefits, but whom should I thank for that? Now then you think of this universal being who guides, who powers everything. And so each stanza of that concludes with this Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Which other being, which other deity should I show my gratefulness? And that Havisha means by pouring oblations in acknowledgement of that gratefulness. The act of pouring oblation is really like that. That so it is sometimes there are various ways of doing it in according to scriptures in Hindus, but the idea is that that supreme being alone is the rightful receiver of all our acknowledgement of gratefulness. Not that we should not acknowledge today other people, but should see those other people as representations of that supreme being. That supreme being, the God, that gives them this impetus to do something good. And thus we see that person is able to help me. So it is like one man, he gave me something that at that time it was a big need. And then it is that person, when we thank, said, oh, thank God, that the God kept me here at this time, and so I could do it. I thank God that I was of some service to you. So it is very important to feel like that, and this is that is the authority from whom everything is distributed through different human or other sources. So that is the one to whom we must be grateful. So this gratefulness in Christianity as well as Hindus as well as other religions, you find, is ultimately traced or taken to the divine, the God, from whom everything gets distributed. So thank God for that purpose. So it is, in Hindus there is other custom which really sheds light on this, how this gratefulness is practiced, how we acknowledge the various things that we receive from different sources, and how we should show, exhibit, acknowledge our gratefulness to them. So this is called 5 great sacrifices, Pancha Mahayajnas. So these Pancha Mahayajnas, yajna means as that sacrificing, means offering. It is giving. This yajna word is a very complex word. Not that you always have to think of a fire or some animal is being sacrificed there. That is only one way. But every action, as in Bhagavad Gita you read, that every action should be done in the spirit of sacrifice. Means as uh, a respectful exchange that and one must perform one's role in that, so that conduces, that it becomes conducive for the peace. So you feel that by doing this you proceed, you progress. So these five yajnas, you read about them in Upanishads, actually in places like Taittiriya Aranyak or in Manusmriti, these five different rites. The order differs in different texts. That uh, that is how one acknowledges the gratefulness. And all human beings are mandated to perform them. Uh, it is specially enjoined to the householders. Monastics, they are supposed to have sacrificed their whole life for this, and therefore they are not supposed to just limited by these five sacrifices. But all others, they have to do it so that they will not incur sin of being in this world and getting all the different benefits from nature, from other people, from other creatures, and so forth. When we get and don't acknowledge, as I mentioned earlier, it creates a sense in a person that I did not do something right. And that is the sin. And this is specific for human beings, because human beings, a big part of being human is having conscience. That there is right and wrong for human beings. Something is right and something is wrong. And if we do wrong, there is that the feeling of sin automatically takes over. It is not that whether there is sin or not. When you feel that you have done something that is not right, that is sin. It is so that comes to human beings automatically. I should have done like this. I didn't do it. The conscience breaks. And the other animals, they are not endowed with this, that right and not right. For them, the life being instinctive, everything is right. So they do not gain any merit or demerit. There is no dog can be sinful. No other creature can be sinful, because they are not having this idea of right and wrong. And it is they are driven by instinct. Human beings, they have this thought, and they are at least supposed to do things after thinking over that this is right and this is not right, and do what is right. But when we do not do that, then there is this sin. Nobody gives sin to us. It is our own conscience which keeps a register, as it were, that, hey, this is not right, this is right, and whatever we have done that is not right accumulates as sin. There is not some God who is sitting and giving us that you have committed sin and I am going to send you to hell or something. It is that the very idea that I did not act according to the conscience, that produces this sin. I didn't do right. So we feel remorse for that. So that is why, as human beings, we become aware uh, that we receive many things, gifts from all different sources, and the awareness, that awareness makes us respond with whatever corresponding gifts, corresponding these donations or whatever we can make to feel that we have done our part. We have to do our part. And so there are the five types which are categorized. If you see, it's a very beautiful arrangement. And it comprises our life on this earth and the life of all creatures too. And this first is called the Rishi Yajna. It also goes with the name Brahma Yajna, because it is about the getting knowledge. Human beings, they have this faculty, this particular sense that I have to learn. And that is why amongst human beings, you see, all these educational institutions, universities, and so forth. In other creatures, you do not have that idea that it is. You don't see that the cows have started school for other cows and they are giving the diplomas. That is because the cows are not worried about getting educated. Their education may be limited only to which pasture has more green grass. So, and that is instinctive. They do not have to get education or get educated by somebody on that. So, but human beings, right from the what we know of human existence on this earth, there is this urge for knowledge. Let me know this secret. We want to know everything. Therefore, in Upanishads, you find this knowing what? Everything becomes known. I want to know everything. This urge for knowledge is a characteristic special to human beings. And so, when we get knowledge, we should acknowledge the gift. And this knowledge comes from, this term Rishi. It means those who discovered these truths. It is not that only in ancient times, but in modern times, people get knowledge, and then that knowledge is distributed to us, and we must be grateful for that. See, because of that knowledge, the human beings have become so different from what it used to be, say, 100,000 years ago, living in caves and hunting with primarily some stones and eating that raw meat to sustain their bodies. They were subject to attacks from other creatures and so forth. From that time, imagine the life of such a caveman and life of somebody living in Manhattan in a very posh building. So much of a difference. It is knowledge of so many things. For example, all creatures have to eat, but human beings have the science of cooking, culinary science, making it tasteful, and so forth. There are so many universities that teach this science, how to cook. All other creatures that I know, they don't go to cook foods. and they whatever is they eat. So this knowledge of all different arts, crafts, sciences, they come to you. That knowledge comes to human beings, and the result is that we lead a life where things are. This knowledge keeps on growing by preserving, practicing, imparting. That we get knowledge, and human beings build on that knowledge, preserve what we learned earlier, practice it, build on the basis of that knowledge further knowledge. So that is how the knowledge grows, and that knowledge gets implemented in life. And therefore, it is, I use that every time. It was first pointed out to me by one of my professors that look, that was much about 50 years ago now. But then also it was true. He said that in this room you will not be able to find anything that has come directly from nature as it is. Everything, the desk that is in front of you, the chair that you are sitting on, it is not just wood from the nature. So much of processing has gone into that. So many tools have been manufactured for that. And the simple knife that you buy for a few pennies, that knife, it doesn't come from nature, it doesn't fall as rains. It is for that manufacturing, so much of metallurgical, chemical engineering has gone in. Thousands of years of research has gone in before you could get even, say, a paper clip that we see. Everything. So it is, what I mean is, we live with knowledge. The knowledge is of two types again. Human beings have developed knowledge on these both lines. One knowledge that one is aware commonly about is the knowledge that we get through the five senses and the intellect. That is one type of knowledge that is called science, physical science, that we use these five senses and then connect the data that these five senses bring to us and then develop it. So that is dependent on the five senses. All the physical sciences depend on these senses, and therefore that is one type of knowledge. There is other type of knowledge that human beings discovered. That knowledge is not using the five senses, something that eludes five senses, but it is there. Our five senses, they have their limitations. They can only bring that much. But there is something beyond that. For example, we all die. What happens after death? There is no way that the science can know about it, because it doesn't come within the grasp of five senses. Then what is our goal of life? The physical science cannot throw any light on that. What is the goal of human life? We all have the ideas of ethics and morality. They are not born through science. In fact, trying to have any empirical theory of ethics, those ideas have always failed, could not succeed. So there is this other faculty of knowledge, and that is called therefore super senses knowledge. The scriptures, the spiritual aspect of that comes from such knowledge. The Vedas, for example, or the scriptures of various other religions, they trace their source not to our sense organs, but it comes from a source that transcends our physical sense organs. So therefore that knowledge, the spiritual knowledge, that also we get, and we must acknowledge that how this sacrifice is performed. Every sacrifice has a way of performing that. Learn and then distribute this knowledge, that what you learn, respectfully, that the knowledge is to be respected. And therefore, with Hindus, we have the deities, which are specially, those forms of God which give knowledge. Like Saraswati, the worship of Saraswati is very common, because that is the Godhead, wherefrom the knowledge comes. God manifests in this form to distribute the knowledge of all arts and sciences. The worship of the Guru, God as Guru, is also for that purpose. So that is how, when we learn, we should be respectful for the source. So every learning that goes in the Hindu schools, they begin with prayer. Prayer to that source of knowledge. So, and we respectfully cultivate it, and equally respectfully distribute it to others. So this is called the Rishi Yajna. Then there is this Deva Yajna. Our life here depends on this, all the powers, like the sun gives us the basic sustenance, and the light and everything, energy that we get is primarily coming from sun. And sun does not send us any bill, the power bill. You don't, it is so we get it. That we should acknowledge that, thank you. And all the rains, the waters that we get, air that we get, we should be respectfully using those things. And how there should be, this is a sacrifice, that we should not squander it, waste it. Respect. Wasting, is why wasting is bad. We have plenty. That doesn't mean you should waste it. It is showing disrespect to that. So therefore we should not waste. That respect the food, respect the water that you get, use it in such a way that you do not wastefully squander it. So this is an important, preserving the ecosystem like that. That is sustainability and ecosystem. We should be doing, that is a sacrifice. So this is mandated. Then the third is that Pitri Yajna, that we receive this body through the parents, they received it from their parents, and so forth. So to be grateful for the lineage, and grateful for this, that is called Pitri Yajna. And how it is to be done? It is acknowledging it and caring for our parents, caring for forefathers, caring for parents. When they are alive, one should serve them. It is mandatory that if you don't do it, you are not doing your duty, and you will incur sin because of that. That when your parents are alive, serve them with love. Serve means it is not that you appoint somebody and then neglect them. No, it is one should serve them. Otherwise, you get that prick of conscience. And if what happens is, if you get too many pricks of conscience, the conscience dies. And your right to live as human being is no more there. So this is how one should repay this debt. Other way is that, okay, let me do what my parents did and take these things forward. Third way that is told is that, well, the body passes away, the parents pass away, then remember them. Our parents, they always have good wishes for us. Their best wishes, their blessings are on us. And those blessings we will get even after they are dead by remembering them in particular way. Now, since we do not see them, we have to have faith in that existence. That is why there is the word Shraddha. Shraddha means it is something that is done through Shraddha, which means faith. Because we don't see them. That, okay, I am offering oblations to my grandfather who has passed away. So now you see how does it go to grandfather? You don't see it. But though you don't see it, you should have faith and then do it. If you don't have faith, don't do it, because it is the name is Shraddha, means to be done with Shraddha. So it is, you'd find out other way to acknowledge the debt and pray for, it is like one gentleman, he says that I want to do something, I feel that I should express my indebtedness to my mom who passed away, but I don't believe in these rites. So I said, it doesn't matter. What you believe, do accordingly. So it is your mother, so read during that time. Come here and read the life of Holy Mother. That will be a good service to your departed mother, the eternal mother. Try to imbibe that ideal of service in you through the reading the life of Holy Mother. So, and that has brought lot of peace to his mind. So, this is how one should express this. That be grateful. See how much blessings you get out of it. You can experience, at least I experience, that by just feeling that, oh, they have done so much for this person. Without that, where would I have been? So feel the gratefulness and do service. It is for our own benefit that we should serve the parents, care for them. Now they cannot do much for you. True, physically they are not capable of doing much for you, but you should feel for them and do whatever is in your capacity for their well-being. So this is mandated, so that your life becomes peaceful. You have acknowledged gratefulness to them. Then another one important thing is, it's called Bhuta Yajna or Pashu Yajna. Our life depends on so many millions of other creatures around us. It is a coexistence with all of them. For example, all the bacteria. What is our body? It is so much bacteria. That makes us go ahead, that is just, without that the digestion of food will become difficult. It is, everything around us that helps us. If you see that in our school, in primary school, we were taught about the cycle. So how the birds are helpful there, how the worms are helpful, and how the food cycle and the cycle of nature continues with their involvement. We are not on just being on a only human island. And there are all these different creatures which are sharing this with us. And their life and our life, they are interwoven. And so, again, same thing, be respectful. Do not try to destroy that. So it is the preserving the biodiversity. And that is how this sacrifice is done. So it is done in a ritualistic manner. A ritual is there that before you take food, offer that small grains of, say, whatever food that you are eating, and distribute it around. That is called that Chitrahuti and Pranahuti. So you distribute that. This ahuti means sacrificial offering. So you offer it to them and care for them. That it is very good to see how lovingly this care is taken. That there are the special festivals where the agricultural animals are respected, worshipped actually. That is, the idea is not worshipping the animal, but expressing that our gratitude for them, that because of them we get so many things. It is so. This is very important, Bhuta Yajna. And then there is, of course, as human beings, we have a collective life here. We live with each other. And it is therefore very important to feel indebtedness to that. See, simple thing, this podium behind which I am standing, so many hands have worked to make it. It is, without that it doesn't happen. Hundreds of people have, see this hall that we are sitting in, so many different thousands of people have directly and indirectly worked to have it here. The food that we eat, see, so many things have gone into that. How many people have been involved in that? And there are the physicians, doctors, dentists, this, that. So we need them. All of us need them, they need us. So let us feel that connectedness. And then how this connectedness or gratefulness is expressed, how this yajna, this sacrifice is performed, is by serving them at every opportunity. It is such an honorable example, that I have encountered so many people, they spontaneously just provide, give some loving service. And they are not under any obligation. I didn't do directly anything for them, but they are aware that this is a coexistence. And so we must learn this. This is a matter of learning and training. This whole idea of being grateful, being thankful, is to train ourselves to properly acknowledge it and respond to it in this manner. So this is the idea that our life is connected with all this. We are some 8.3 billions human beings, and we are all connected. So let us expect that, let us serve them. So this is Friends, what I wanted to discuss today, that this being grateful. Let us feel that gratefulness and respond to that feeling in accordance with these ideas that we discussed, 5 yajnas. So we will think about this for say half a minute, and then in case if you have question, you are welcome to ask. Anybody has any question? Yes, Adi? Hey, he has question.
Where? Raise your hand. You mentioned that when a transaction happens and we receive something from others, there's the sort of burden that comes on us. Is that really a burden of duality, and it's unburdened when we have a more comprehensive understanding of ourselves in the world?
It is actually the burden because it is oneness. That we feel that has come to us. There is this perception of duality we have. This is a very mysterious thing, that in many we cannot survive without feeling the thread of unity. There is all that unity in variety. So therefore, if some action has helped me, I respond to it by feeling that, acknowledging that. And then I feel, unless I acknowledge, unless I respond in a corresponding manner, I feel guilty about it. That is, the weight, the burden comes on me, and therefore it is important to acknowledge. It is, this duality is we experience the duality. We are in this world where the truth is oneness and the appearances are many. All these appearances are connected like the ocean connecting all the waves. So these all waves, I, you, these, that, they are connected underneath by the one. And therefore these feelings for others also can come only because of that. If they are just cut and dried separate pieces, it wouldn't have happened. But underneath this variety, there is this underlying oneness. And because of that, if I get something that I didn't have any right over, but I got it. So I feel that, that person has done this for me, or this has done this for me. I must repay, I must respond to that. So it is actually the act of seeing one in many, the act of indebtedness. Yes, Tilak has one question.
Swamiji, in the Pitri Yajna, being thankful to your forefathers, with all the advances in genetics and the diseases being passed down from parent to child, sometimes they don't do them a favor.
That is true. It is, of course. But still this cannot be denied, that at least they got existence, a physical body from them. It may not be the best physical body. Whatever they did, whatever they were aware of, they did. And so there is the genetically transmitted diseases also come through parents. but the parents are helpless. They didn't deliberately do it. So it is not that we should hold grudge against the parents for that. But okay, this has happened. Now what best I can do? So it is, if you know that it is genetically transmitted, you should be careful that your progeny wouldn't get it. So do not go to have progeny if you know that you are very likely to pass on these diseases. So this is how one should respond to it, that it is true, but it is not just the fault of those parents. And also, even if it is fault of them, without that you might not have got this existence, your present existence you owe to them. It may not be as perfect as otherwise it could have been, but at least it is there. So you should still be indebted to, one should be indebted to them for providing this. Any question up there? Okay. So let me tell you a few upcoming programs. In coming week, there is next Sunday, the topic is on seeking peace. No, this is in December. That is December 3. The topic is reincarnation in Judeo-Christian tradition. Reincarnation, many think that it is peculiar only to Hindus and Buddhists and those who are from the connected to the Indian tradition. But it is not so. If you look deep, you will see that it was quite pervasive, that belief in reincarnation in Christianity and other such religions. So we will discuss that on coming Sunday. The other programs during the week, the Tuesday and Friday classes at 7:30 p.m., they will go on as usual. Every morning and evening there are the regular meditation sessions, prayer sessions. On coming Saturday, that is December 2nd, in addition to the regular every Saturday we have the session on Karma Yoga. The members are requested to come and help out in cleaning and maintenance works. And also there is then at 11 o'clock a guided meditation and prayer session. But on coming Sunday, after that, from noon to 8 p.m., there is a session of that day-long meditation. Every first Saturday, normally, unless first Saturday has something more important, there is this day-long meditation program. So if you want to come for that, you are welcome. So that's about it. Let us today, after the closing prayers, we will have Arati as usual every day, every Sunday. And after Arati, today being the birth anniversary of one of the direct monastic disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vijnanananda. So there will be special prayer and reading of his biography. After that, you are all invited to join the soup supper. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith. I am not able to hear you are reciting. Come on, this is why it is put there. Recite loudly. What Rupak? May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahur Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus. Lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. The evening Vesper service will happen here. You can all come inside or attend it from here. If you want to come inside the shrine, please take off your shoes right where you are sitting. Yeah, under your chair, just put them there.
We adore you too, stainless, assuming human form, stainless, Lord, assuming human form, transcendent yet filled with love. You free us from the stain of sin and ornament our world. Consciousness is your form. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Looking at them, delusion is gone. Ocean of shining love and feeling, ever inebriated in your infinite love. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Form a boat to cross this world. Reveal to us as God incarnate and the Lord of all things, helping us join with you. Your mind's always set in the divine light. Your mind's always set in the divine light. This we can see through your grace. Destroyer of our worldly sorrow and compassion soul, infinite is your work. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance, saving us from darkness and fear. Renouncer of all lust and lucre, therefore you were always spurning sensual life. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Grant to us pure love for you. You're fearless and you're free from doubting, with your mind very firmly resolved. Causeless refuge of your devotees, causeless refuge of your devotees, renouncing caste and birth. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even-sightedness. You give love and even-sightedness to remove our anguish here. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even-sightedness. You give love and even-sightedness to remove our anguish here. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. O Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. O Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Langa, ranga, bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Langa, ranga, bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Jaya Jaya for your worship divine. Hara Hara for your worship divine. Shiva Shiva for your worship divine. Breaker of all our worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. graciousness sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all-seeing Gauri, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Creation, preservation, dissolution are your powers, eternal one. Nature's real basis, nature's essence, O Mother Divine, our love to you. We come seeking refuge from anguish. Be our Savior through your deep concern. All our suffering remove, Goddess, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Victory, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddhadev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vijnanananda Ki Jai. So today being Swami Vijnananandaji's birth anniversary, we're singing this Parshada Vandanam song. And when it comes to the line for Swami Vijnananandaji, we will repeat that line twice. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jaya Mata Shama Shuta Oti Niramala. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jaya Viveko Ananda Paramadayala. Prabhura Manasa Shuta Jaya Shri Rakhala. Jaya Premananda Jaya Prem Lebara. Jaya Shivananda Jaya Leela Shahochara. Jogi Jogananda Jaya Nitya Niranjana. Jaya Shashi Guru Pade Gata Tanumana. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Shiva Para Jogi Bara Adbhuta Ananda. Abheda Ananda Jaya Gata Mahabandha. Jagarata Tyaga Brata Ture Akhyata. Sharata Shudhira Shanta Jano Gananatha. Jive Shiva Sheva Brata Gangadhara Veera. Jaya Shri Vijnana Prashanta Gambhira. Repeat. Jaya Shri Vijnanananda Prashanta Gambhira. Pradhana Gopala Matri Sheba Parayana. Sharada Sharada Pade Gato Pranamana. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Balaka Charitra Jaya Subodha Sharala. Nagobara Tyaga Bira Viveka Shambhala. Katha Vishasha Akara. Rama Krishna Dasha Dasha Jaya Shabakara. Rama Krishna Leela Sthana Jaya Barambara. Rama Krishna Nama Jaya Shravana Mangala. Bhakta Banchito Jaya Charana Kamala. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala.
Reading a short biographical sketch of Swami Vijnanananda. His birth name was Hari Prasanna Chattopadhyay. His monastic name means Supreme Vision. He was born in Itawa, Uttar Pradesh on October 30th, 1868. Indian lunar calendar, 14th day after full moon of Kartik. Education at Hari School in Calcutta, St. Xavier's College in Calcutta, Fine Arts, Patna College in Bihar, BA, Pune College of Sciences, Engineer. His hobbies were collecting fountain pens, tea sets, pocket knives, and pocket watches. His religious influence in youth saw a wounded monkey fold hands and utter Rama, Rama. His first meeting with Sri Ramakrishna was at a friend's house as a child. Then in 1883, while in St. Xavier's College, he went to see him with his classmate Shrat, Swami Saradananda. Hari Prasanna was born the eldest of 6 children. His father traveled frequently with the British government job. His mother returned to the family home in Bulgaria to raise the children. From childhood, Hari displayed a passion for truth and portrayed a religious temperament. From youth, he believed that monkeys are devoted servants of Ramchandra and that they die repeating Rama. Both his mother and sister scolded him seriously when they found that he was visiting Sri Ramakrishna, calling Sri Ramakrishna a madman and that he deranged young men's minds. He totally ignored them and visited Sri Ramakrishna during college when possible. For some time, Hari did not visit Sri Ramakrishna and was asked why he didn't come. He replied that he didn't feel like coming and that he wasn't able to meditate. Sri Ramakrishna transformed him with a touch. From then onward, he had deep meditations, visions, and saw the light of Brahman everywhere. Hari read an English book to Sri Ramakrishna that stated, "Speak the truth. Do not covet what belongs to another. Control your senses." This brought Sri Ramakrishna to elation, who felt that if anyone followed these 3 disciplines to perfection, that person would surely reach God. Sri Ramakrishna also told him to never get involved with women, to never look at them even if made of gold. He did not want his character stained, that he had a lot of work to do for the Divine Mother, and that he belonged to her. He didn't show up for a college examination in order to give a poor classmate friend a chance to get one of the top examination grades for a secure job. After taking his degree of LCE, he joined the government service and rose in the course of a few years to the position of a district engineer. By that time, the monastery at Branagore had been founded, and the monastic disciples of the master often became his guests. The flame of renunciation, however, that had been kindled in him by the master was burning within him, and he found it impossible to remain in the world for a long time. Even as an officer, Hariprasanna was taciturn, would mix with few people, and remained in his bungalow absorbed in his own thoughts. But his colleagues and assistants were surprised at his uncommon degree of integrity, as well as his strictness in regard to the discharge of his duties. And those who came into close touch with him revered him almost as a god. Such was the force of his character, pure, spotless, and at the same time humble and unassuming. Hariprasanna joined the Ramakrishna monastery at Alambazar in 1896. When Swami Vivekananda returned to India in 1897, he and Hari visited old Hindu temples of Rajputana, and Vivekananda discussed his ideas for the future Ramakrishna temple, which Hari then designed. In May 1899, Hari took formal vows and then became Swami Vijnanananda. Swami Vijnanananda started a center in Allahabad, a spiritually important city in that 3 rivers converge there, Ganges, Jamuna, and Saraswati. Most of his time was spent in japa, meditation, and study of Vedanta. He spoke little and avoided unnecessary contact with people. Preaching was not his style, yet his austere, God-centered life attracted many. He was called Bishop of Allahabad by Swami Vivekananda. Vijnanananda followed Sri Ramakrishna's advice to the letter. He was known for punctuality. If someone had an appointment and was even 1 minute late, he wouldn't see him. He would not engage in chit-chat or gossip, or allow others around to do so. He dressed in unusual fashion, with a long, many-pocketed shirt, a knee-length dhoti, a couple pairs of socks, worn-out clothes, and a cap. He would be looked at with curiosity, and he would remark, "Yes, so I am a monkey devotee of Ramchandra." His intense, one-pointed disciplines resulted in various visions and experiences, which Swami Brahmananda verified. He was strict about not having any female of any age come to the Brahmavidin club. Even his mother and sister were put up in guest inns when they visited. He was a pure soul who conquered lust to the degree that he stated he did not even see a woman in his dreams. This does not mean dislike or disrespect of women. He initiated many and told them to call on Holy Mother, that Sri Ramakrishna is very strict about bestowing grace, but Mother is very compassionate. Vijnanananda built a homeopathic dispensary, and after the physician resigned, there was concern for the unattended patients. So Vijnanananda decided to chant Sri Ramakrishna's name and administered medicines to them, having no knowledge of medicine, but pure belief. All the patients became well, word spread, and the new physician was even amazed of the miracle cures. He visited many holy places, among them Chitrakut, where Ramchandra stayed during his banishment, Dwarka, where Krishna lived, Rajkot in Gujarat, and also visited 3 holy Buddhist sites, Kailani Temple, Kund Tooth Temple, and Botri of Anuradhapuram. He also visited Lingaraj Temple in Bhubaneswar, Konarak Sun Temple, and Jagannath Temple of Puri, among others. He installed the foundation stone of the Ramakrishna Mission in Kanpur. He visited Rangoon, Burma, and meditated at the statue of Buddha at Pegu. He always went into a deep spiritual trance at these times that would last hours. When he heard that Prince Edward VIII renounced the English throne for marriage, he remarked, "A prince gave up an empire, wealth, honor, and everything for a woman. So a woman is greater than an empire, and God is greater than a woman, but who renounces all for God?" Swami Vijnanananda supervised various projects for the mission over the years, including the construction of the Vivekananda temple at Bilarmat, but stayed mostly in Allahabad. After Swami Shivananda passed away in 1934, it was proposed that Vijnanananda become a trustee and vice president of the Mutt/Mission. In 1937, when Akhandananda died, he became the president of the order. He was known as the hidden knower of Brahman and displayed behavior as depicted for an illumined soul that was many times contrary to social norms. He was also known for his great sense of humor. When students saw him removing several layers of top shirts, he replied that he was covered with several layers to protect others from seeing his Atman. A devotee wanted to listen to Krishna's flute, so he brought him out to the street where a steamroller was operating. He laughed and said that as Krishna does good for the world, so do steamrollers. These are a few examples. Swami Vijnanananda published several books, among them Sri Ramakrishna's Life and Teachings, translated from Bengali into Hindi. I'll try. Jalsar Vareha. Okay. Translations of ancient Sanskrit astrological and astronomical works into English and Bengali, and was translating Ramayana by Valmiki into English, but this project was not completed. He left his mortal frame on April 25th, 1938. Salutations, Swami Vijnanananda.